Hello, ladies and gents. I'm Steve Metcalf. I'm a director of Robustmind Mental Fitness Ltd, a mental health training company. I deal with many different companies and organisations, teaching individuals as well as companies about mental health and delivering training for mental health first aid, mental health awareness presentations, and also applied suicide intervention skills training. One of the biggest problems we have with mental health and mental ill health is the stigma and discrimination that surrounds this subject. Stigma very much cause for prejudicial views and attitudes, and then that can cause us to behave towards other people in a different way. And stigma is very much defined in the Oxford English Dictionary as a mark of disgrace upon a person, an event or circumstance. And stigma is very often, as we pick up within our environments, due to a lack of understanding and awareness. And then the way in which we behave towards other people is that discrimination. It can also be difficult for people to disclose mental health problems because they sometimes fear the consequences that might happen in their workplace. For some, they feel that if they was to disclose it, people might now start looking at them in a different way, such as perhaps not giving them the same trust, the same responsibilities, and perhaps contracts could be ended prematurely. So stigma is a real challenge, and we all have a duty of care to reduce the stigma and the discrimination that we have sometimes within society and also within the workplace. When it comes to talking about mental health, this is always something that we should try and encourage people to be able to do, because talking can really help. And of course, at times, it may be that perhaps you, as a colleague, have noticed some changes in someone. It may be that someone's brought it to your attention. And it's, where do I have the conversation? Am I going to involve other people? So we should always think, firstly about people's dignity, also about confidentiality. Unless there is an immediate crisis, such as someone is having a panic attack, then actually we don't need to go rushing in. We can plan that approach. So try and pick a time and a place which is suitable, comfortable for both you and the other person. It may be a quiet area within the workplace, a separate office. It may be outside the workplace. Now, some people will find it quite easy to talk about their feelings, their emotions, their challenges. In cases, if you can't get the answer out of them, just pose it in a different way. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 you're in a good place, 1 you're not in a good place. Where do you see yourself? I'm a typical bloke. I don't like talking about my feelings too much, but I can say numbers. I'm about -5. So you can know how I'm feeling without me using the words of feelings, emotions and coping. So it's just a way of getting it out of them. And then ask them, how long has it been like this? Has this just been like this today? Has it been going on a couple of days, a week, weeks or months? And again, it just gives us an indication of their distress. And then it's about trying to listen to that person. Remember, you're there to provide the support. So you need persistence, you need patience. Allow them to control the pace of the conversation. Depending upon what comes out, you might need to try and connect them up with an organisation. It could be your department. It may even be the likes of your HR or your EAP process, should you have one. It can also be, clearly we can give some guidance, some information about other support organisations. In particular, it could be organisations like Mind, Rethink Mental Illness, it could be SANE, it could be also parts of the NHS. When you've finished your conversation, be prepared just to summarise what has been discussed. And again, be prepared to provide follow-up support for that person should they need it.